everybody, Alexia here with New Motivation Coaching, and I want to welcome you to my home, to my kitchen. You may see some dogs in the background. They like to be part of the fun when I'm in the kitchen. Dog owners, I'm sure you can relate. But I want to talk to you really quickly today, hopefully I'm going to be brief, about one of the healthy afternoon treats that we're going to be making at the workshop on Friday. And registration ends tonight at 6 p.m. So this is why I want to give you a quick glimpse so you still have a chance to register if you're interested in this. But what I'm going to make today, right now, very quick, is the Coco-Choco-Chia Pudding. Isn't that fun to say? Coco-Choco-Chia Pudding. It is a healthy alternative for an afternoon snack. So if you've got little kids, well, little kids, grown kids at home who are coming home in the afternoons and hungry, this is a snack you can feel good about them grabbing and eating. It'll be meal prepped, it'll be ready to go in the refrigerator. It's delicious, and it's much healthier than a lot of the afternoon snack choices that our children make. So the other thing this snack is great for is post-workout, because it has some protein in it. I'm going to give you a way to get the protein even higher if you're concerned about that, but it's a nice amount of carbs, and it's delicious, and it's not a lot of food in terms of how many bites, but it gives you a nice amount of calories to replenish your body post-workout. So it's a great post-workout treat, and I say treat because it's so good. It's not like chewing your way through a power bar, you know, that some of those are great, some of those not so great. This is delicious. The other thing it's great for is dessert. It's a beautiful, easy dessert. It's a cold pudding, so you can simply grab that. If you like to have something sweet at the end of the night to kind of cap off your eating, this fits the bill perfectly. So real quick, we're just going to go through making it. I just wanted to let you know how versatile this dessert is. So I do have a smoothie blender that I use, which I've had for years. It comes with multiple cups. So if I were doing this at home, I may just blend it in the cup, put the lid on, and put this straight in the fridge instead of transferring it to a mason jar. So this is how easy this recipe is. We start with a dark chocolate almond milk. It's 3/4 of a cup. And I know a lot of people don't like to take time measuring, but it really doesn't take that much extra time to measure and pour. So 3/4 of a cup of dark chocolate almond milk. The Silk brand has a dark chocolate. I've tried this with just regular chocolate milk, a different brand, almond milk, and it just didn't have enough flavor. So I do recommend if you try this, go with the dark chocolate. We've got some chia seeds, which are great for healthy fats and fiber. And these help to thicken this pudding. So we do a whopping 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, which is gonna add some calories because chia seeds are a source of healthy fats, but they are mostly unsaturated fats. So we don't have to worry about heart health and the cholesterol going the wrong way. Now, some of you, if you don't have a big sweet tooth, you might not want to add any sweetener to this. If you're more natural with your sweetener choices, you might want to add a little bit of honey or agave or stevia. Sweeteners are a personal preference. My personal preference is Splenda, so I do put a packet of Splenda in this to give it a little more sweetness, but you can use a natural sweetener or another alternative sweetener if you prefer something else. I've got some unsweetened coconut flakes. Make sure they're unsweetened. You don't want the extra sugar added to the coconut flakes. So I keep mine in a mason jar in the fridge to keep them fresh. And this is just a tablespoon of coconut flakes. Gives it some really good flavor. Oh, there go the dogs. And believe it or not, a pinch of salt. And that is just to help intensify the flavors and really bring out the different flavors in this. That's it, okay? So all we do is measure those right into our blender. I like to give it a little shake, turn it on, cover your ears. Now, oh my gosh, that was a long time to blend, right? Usually with chia seed puddings, there's not blending. You just kind of let it sit in the fridge, and over time, because the chia seeds become more viscous, they gel, you're gonna end up with a pudding consistency. This is a shortcut. What I'm doing is grinding and breaking up those chia seeds, and that thickens the mixture a little more quickly. If I were doing this to serve, not for a video, I would have blended that for a full 30 seconds. Now, because the chia seeds are ground, it does have a little bit different texture, and you might notice a little bit of a grittiness, if you will, in the pudding. So if you don't like that grittiness, I would just skip blending. Maybe give it a quick blend to get all the ingredients combined, but just quick enough to blend, and then put it right in the cup. And I'm gonna put this into my mason jar, and hopefully you can see that it already is a little bit thick, and perfect portion for the mason jar. I then would take some coconut whip topping and put 2 tablespoons on top of that. And it's just going to sit right on top of the mixture because the mixture is a little bit thickened up from being blended. I apologize that you can't see this. If you saw the setup for my phone, you'd be laughing right now. So what you end up with, delicious, is the pudding right on top, the whipped topping right on top of the pudding. You simply just put the cap on that. You're all set with your pudding. It's a big serving. It's delicious. It'll keep for 3 to 5 days in the fridge. Mason jars tend to keep things fresh a little longer. And like I said, it's grab and go, and that's how easy this is. I really believe in keep it simple. I want you to eat healthy foods. I want you to improve the nutrition quality of your diet, but I don't want you doing mental gymnastics trying to figure out all these things. Nutrition is really quite simple. When we get away from the fads, we get away from the marketing hype, and we just focus on food. It can be simple, it can be fast, it can be delicious. And that is what my life's mission is, to show you how to eat healthy, delicious food. You know, that's good for your heart and good for your waistline if that's a concern. So a little bit about the dessert, 250 calories. It's got 14 grams of fat, and that sounds like a lot, but only 5 grams are saturated fat. So it's all those heart-healthy, unsaturated fats from the chia seeds. There's no cholesterol in it. There's 275 milligrams of sodium, and that honestly depends on how big your pinch of salt is. There's 30 grams of carbohydrates, so I know that's a little high for some people who are eating a lower carb lifestyle, and that's great. Simple fix, either don't use a chocolate almond milk, swap the chocolate almond milk for an unsweetened almond milk, and then add some protein powder, chocolate protein powder. And then you get the chocolate flavor, you've reduced the carbs, and you've increased the protein. So that's a real nice swap to keep this easy. It's got 10 grams of fiber. Talk to me about a dessert that has 10 grams of fiber and is still delicious. It's right here. And it's got 5 grams of protein. So again, that swap with the protein powder would bring that up. And what's beautiful, because we're using almond milk, which is fortified to replace the nutrition of dairy milk, this little dessert has half of your day's worth of calcium and 20% of your day's worth of vitamin D. That's of the daily value. So it's really nutrition rich and it's delicious. And if you want to learn how to make the other 2 desserts, you're going to have to come to that workshop on Friday. So if this excites you, if you want to learn about these desserts, sign up. Registration closes tonight, so don't delay, and I hope to see you there. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'd love to hear from you.